Trial balance. So after balancing in laser, we go for preparing trial balance. And trial balance is prepared to check the accuracy of the arithmetic accuracy of the balances or accounts. So it is rule that all debits should be equal to all credits. So to ascertain whether all debits are equal to all credits, a trial balance is prepared. So trial balance is prepared to check the arithmetic accuracy of the accounting work. Trial balance is prepared, I have already told you, after posting the transactions in the account and balancing them. So once we balance the ledger account, then we go for preparing the trial balance. It is to be noted that equalizing the two sides of a trial balance is not the single or conclusive evidence of complete accuracy of accounting. Although trial balance helps us in ascertaining the arithmetical accuracy of the postings accounting work, but it is not the sole or single evidence that gives that can be concluded that there is no error. Sometimes some errors may happen in the ledger, in the accounting work, due to omission or wrong entry of the data. So it is possible. A statement is prepared to show separately the debit balance and credit balance. So when we go for preparing the trial balance, we prepare separate statements showing debit balance and showing credit balance. And what is debit balance? Debit balance is simply when the total of all debits equals to total of all credits. So that is called debit balance. And if total of all credits exceeds the total of all debits, then it is credit balance. So the statement is known as trial balance. So what is trial balance? Trial balance is a statement of accounts that appears in the ledger showing either the balances or the amounts of debit and credit items. So it shows either balance or the total of all debits and credits. So there are two methods by which trial balances are prepared. One, where the debit balance and credit balance is taken, total, and then next is total of all credits and all debits item wise taken. A trial balance is the list of debit and credit balances taken out from the ledger. It also includes the balances of cash and bank taken from cash book. So it also includes the cash. Then a trial balance may also be prepared by listing each and every account and entering the total of the debit and credit sides in separate accounts. So we have already discussed that there are two methods. Trial balance can be prepared in two ways. One, where the debit and credit balances are taken, and next is you go for listing all the credits and all the debits and make their total and then check the total. So this is the another way. In either of the procedure, the total of the two columns, debit, credit, should be the same. It should match. This is the purpose. This is the purpose to establish the arithmetical accuracy. And it is not possible unless both the sides are equal. So this is the purpose of the trial balance, to check the arithmetical accuracy of the accounting work. This agreement indicates an arithmetical accuracy of the accounting work. Agreements means both the sides matches. The total of the debits and total of the credits are equal. If they are equal, we will say that a statement is in agreement. Accounting work is accurate, almost accurate. It is not perfect evidence of accuracy, but then or sole evidence of accuracy. But then we will say that it appears that there is no arithmetical mistakes in the accounting procedure, accounting work. If there is disagreement, which is possible between two sides, it indicates that an error or some sort of error is there. So difference indicates that there is some error, and then you need to go to review your entire accounting work, entire your ledger, and then check the entries so that If there is any error, you can correct. Then account balance, a trial balance has certain characteristic features. It has certain attributes, certain features. And the first is, it is a balance of all ledger accounts and cash book. So in trial balance, we take the balance of all the accounts which are recorded in the ledger and cash book. We have already discussed in the previous class that when we go for preparing the trial balance, we take the accounts mentioned in the ledger as well as the cash and cash in the banks. So it is the balance. It considers the balance of all ledger accounts and cash book. Then it is not a part of the double entry system of bookkeeping. It is only a working paper, right? Here we don't do or write or enter any new account by debiting or crediting. We simply take the records which has been posted in the ledger and then we try to ascertain whether the entries are true or not, correct or not. The accounting work has been done as per the rule or not. And it is ascertained by simply matching the debits, total of debits and total of credits, or matching the debit balance or the credit balance. So it is simply a work, it is simply an accounting work. It is not the double entry system, part of double entry system. It can be prepared on any date. Any date when you need to check whether your accounting work is right or wrong, you can prepare a trial balance. It verifies the arithmetic accuracy of posting of entries from journal to the ledger. So first entries are made in the journals and then those entries are transferred to the ledger. So if the entries transferred from the journal to the ledger has been made correctly, that is ascertained by preparing the trial balance. It is not a conclusive proof, already we have discussed, of accuracy, not because some errors are not disclosed by trial balance. For example, error of principle. If we have failed to identify the correct account, if we have failed to identify the nature of correct account, we have not followed the right principle, because of which there may be some error. So that kind of error cannot be reflected, cannot be find out, identified by the trial balance. Then what are the functions of trial balance? So first function is to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of ledger accounts, we have already discussed. Then it helps to prepare the final accounts. So based on after checking the arithmetical accuracy, after ascertaining that the accounts are almost correct, we go for preparing the final accounts, final statements, that will prepare profitless accounts, balance sheet. So all these are prepared after preparing the trial balance. Summary of each account. Since it has summary of each account, so it offers the summary of the ledger. The ledger is referred to only when more detail is required in respect of an accounting. So I have told you there are two methods of preparing trial balance. One is where we enlist all the debits and credits and then go for making their totaling and then check the difference. If there is any difference, then there is some problem. If there is no difference, then we will say that accounts are in agreement and our trial balance is okay. Our postings in the ledger, our transfer from journal to ledger is okay. There is no error. So widely, mostly this method is used for preparing the trial balance. Although second method is also there, when we check the debit balance and credit balance. So since we prepare the list of all the debits and credits in one of the methods, so we have the listing in the trial balance, and while making final accounts, we can enter the data, enter the records, enter the summaries from the trial balance to the final accounts. And if some more detail is required, then we can go to check the ledger. It helps in locating errors. We have already discussed. It helps to locate error in bookkeeping work However, it does not disclose all the errors in bookkeeping. If there is some record error due to recording principles, then it may not be reflected. And what are the objectives of trial balance? A trial balance is a list of accounts showing debit balance and credit balance. Since it is a tool to ascertain the entries recorded in journals and ledgers by following the debit and credit rules. So it helps in ascertaining those accounts. In case of agreement between total of the both sides, that is debit side and total of credit side, it is understood that the accounts are arithmetically accurate. If there is no difference, both the total matches, then we will say that there is no error, the accounts are arithmetically accurate. That both aspects of all transactions have been correctly recorded. It also indicates that debit and credit have in accounts have been made correctly. And then third is that both debit and credit entries have been passed in the ledger. So there is no omission while transferring from journal to ledger. All records have been properly passed in the journal and ledger, and thus the ledger contains all the records, all the final records of the accounting work that has been done, and those are correctly entered. And then the final accounts, that is trading account, the profit and loss account, and balance sheets are prepared after the trial balance. Once the trial balance ascertains that there is no mathematical inaccuracy, records are correctly entered, then we go for the next step, that is for preparation of final accounts, and then we prepare the trading account, the profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So method of preparing a trial balance is, there are two methods. Already I told you, and first is total methods. In this method, the total of debit and credit sides of the ledger accounts, excluding the closing balance, are shown in the trial balance. So here we take all the debits and all the credits, excluding the closing balance. Closing balance means when we balance the account, and after balancing, it takes the total of all credits and debits. So it will duplicate, it will double the amount, it will double the transactions. So we exclude the balancing, the closing balance, and take only all the debited accounts and all the credit accounts. So this is the total method. And balance method is, here we leave all the individual accounts, take only the balance, the amount which is balanced in the ledger. So all debits and all credits, all debit balance and all credit balance. So there are two methods. One is comprehensive, where all the accounts are listed, and second is the summary, that is after balancing, we take the debit and credit balance to see the accuracy. So trial balance is prepared on a sheet of paper. It is simply a worksheet to ascertain the accuracy, and this is the format where we write the trial balance as yet. So trial balance is always prepared on a particular date. If we are preparing today, then we will write the date of today's. So it is 7th May, so we will write trial balance as at 7th May 2020. Then we will write the names of the accounts, then number of the ledger folio, then total debit balance and total credit balance. Points to remember is, a trial balance is prepared on a particular date. I have already told you, it is prepared, always prepared on a particular date. Whereas, what happens in case of balance sheet? It takes an accounting year, full accounting year, for a period of accounting year. Here it is prepared as on. So a trial balance is prepared on a particular date that shows, that should be written on the top. It starts with writing the date. Then name of the account is written in the first column. So its first column contains the names of the account. Then second is the ledger folio, the page number of the ledger where the balance appears, where that particular account is maintained. So we write the page number of that in the ledger. Then we write the amount debited and we write the amount credited. And here it is debit and credit balance. So we will write the debit balance and the total credit balance. In the fourth column, the total of the credit side of the account concerned or the debit balance is detailed. So in the fourth column, we write the total of the credit balance. Finally, the two columns are total at the end. Finally, we total both the columns. So this is one of one of the format where we prepare trial balance with the help of balancing method. Let us take an example. Let us see the following ledger. So we have a ledger of Manish. Manish is there sitting. You might be happy to see his own ledger. So it is his account, and as it is a typical format of ledger where first is date. So it is 2019. It relates to all transactions have been made in 2019. So we have written on the top 2019 once only. Then on 1st April, what happens? To balance BD. To balance BD means what it indicates? What it indicates? To balance BD. Please remember, try to remember the balancing. So when we write to balance bidding means
this is a test amount.
हाँ बताओ, समझाओ, तुम समझाओ, इसीलिए तो बार बार पूछा हूँ, शुरू ही किया था यहीं से. ये क्या है? What is this?
Dept amount, sir.
कहाँ से आया ये?
After preparing trial balance, credit and debit.
Yes, after balancing the trial balance,
yes,
and it indicates that in the previous day when the trial balance was prepared, there were credit balance or debit balance. Credit was more or debit was more? Answer me. To balance VD, what does it indicate? Whether the time credit balance. Very good, excellent. So it has appeared as an opening balance from the last date, and at that time there were credit balance. So it has been written here, just reversing. वहाँ पर क्या लिखा होगा? By balance CD, and here it is written to balance BD. It is brought forward, brought down. So इसको आगे ले आया गया है. वहाँ पर carried forward था, carried down था. So it is brought down from the last date when the balancing was made, and it indicates that at that time there were credit balance, and that was 20,000. So it has been brought down from the balancing that was done last year. Then second is to test sales accounts. So sales accounts 18,500 rupees is there, and to sales account 11,300. So the total is 49,800. Now come to the credit side. So here by bank account, so total of all the cash in the bank account is 19,800. By discountancy, so it was the firm received, Manish received 2,000 discount on his total in purchase, so it is 200. Then on 11th, due to sales return, the quantity, the goods that he sold was returned to him, and for that he got 2,500. He has to pay. Got means he has to pay to the buyer 2,500 because the item was returned. So the total is, you can add 20,000 plus 2,500. So it is 22,500. So there was a deficit. There was a deficit of 27,300. 27,300 deficit. So it is written as by balance CD 2,700. So to match the both sides, match the debit and credit, again balancing was done, and it is 2,700. So this is the ledger. This is the ledger. Please remember, this is the ledger. It has been, balancing has been done in the ledger. It is not trial balance. This is the part of ledger, and balancing has been done in the ledger. huh, for the monies accounts. Huh? So balancing is done for each and every individual account. So it is for the monies account, and balancing has been done, and there is a credit deficit. There was a credit balance, debit was more, credit was less, and that is why to match the both sides, balancing was done, and the deficit amount 2,700, 300 had been written here by balance sheet. Huh? Now we need to prepare a trial balance. So we have two formats, and the first is, if we prepare a trial balance by using the balance method, it will appear as, it will have 4 columns. First is heads of accounts. We write the here. Head is monies, so it is monies account. Then here we will write, I have not written, the ledger folio, number of the ledger, page number of the ledger where the monies account is maintained. So that page number will be entered. Then it is 49,800. So 49,800 has been written, and credit, it was falling short. So the total of credit is 22,500. So we have written. So means there is some difference. It means there is some omission in the ledger. There is some omission in the ledger, and then you need to check where that omission is. So you will have to go through the all accounts whether there is some omission by mistake, or something has been written wrongly, so or some wrong principle has been followed. So that you have to check by going through all the records in the ledger of the monies, this date and prior to the date of previous transactions of the monies. So it is to be ascertained here, but here trial balance shows that there is a difference, means there is some error in the ledger. The second is preparation of trial balance by total amount method. So here we will write the name of the monies because it is monies accounts. Then write all his transactions and total of those transactions. So all debited, total of the all debits is 49,800. Again here credits is short. So both methods are applied. Here in this balance method only we are taking balance, and in total method we will have to put the details of all the accounts. So this is the difference. So you can read some articles on this on the date also. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for presence learning, listening, and hope you are enjoying your stay at your home. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ravi. कैसे हो? ठीक हो?
जी आशीर्वाद है सर.
चलो भगवान करे खुश रहो, केयर लो, टेक केयर, और पढ़ो.
जी आप भी सर.
हाँ, तुम भी करो.
बहुत बुरी स्थिति हो रखी है सर.
हमारे सारे बच्चे बिल्कुल बदलते जा रहे हैं, दाढ़ी मूछ संत हो गया सब ने. चलो घर में सब ठीक है ना?
ठीक. आशीर्वाद है सर. बस आई है, कहीं निकल नहीं पा रहे हैं, कहीं फोन.
हाँ नहीं, नेचुरल